This video will show you the trait that turns soft, distracted boys into dangerous, unstoppable men. 6 years ago, I was exactly where many of you are now. Frustrated, impatient, scrolling through feeds, watching other guys build empires while you're stuck in the same rut. I know how frustrating it feels when you're putting in work but not seeing results. I spent years chasing quick wins and wondering why nothing stuck. Let me tell you about the lowest point. So 3 years ago, I was broke, out of shape, and alone on a Friday night. I realized I'd spent 5 years chasing shortcuts, while guys I went to school with, guys with less talent but more discipline, were building real success. And that night changed me. Here's what I learned the hard way. Delayed gratification sounds boring. It sounds like something your grandfather would lecture you about, but it's the foundation of power. It's the difference between the men who lead and the boys who follow. Waiting is hard, but the man who waits wins. Look around at every guy you actually respect. That physique, years of consistent training when nobody was watching. That business, thousands of hours of work before the first dollar came in. That relationship, built on consistent investment when everyone else just wanted quick validation. My transformation started when I realized I'd been failing the Marshmallow Test my entire life. Kids who could wait 15 minutes for 2 marshmallows instead of eating 1 immediately went on to have better SAT scores, better careers, better relationships, everything. I realized every area where I was failing was because I couldn't delay gratification. Every time I gave in to quick dopamine, whether it was porn instead of pursuing real women, junk food instead of meal prep, or video games instead of building skills, I was literally programming myself for mediocrity. Life constantly gives you marshmallow tests. Every day, you're choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Delayed gratification is the muscle most men never train. They'd rather have the small pleasure now than the massive reward later. They choose the cookie over the six-pack, the video game over the side hustle, the comfort over the challenge. Do you want to be elite? Master the weight. Here's a system that finally changed everything for me. First, train the mind daily. Sit with discomfort. Meditate. Focus. Start small, cold showers, fasting windows, digital detoxes. Build your tolerance for delayed rewards. Look, I struggled with this at first. My first cold shower, I lasted 15 seconds and nearly cried. My first attempt at meditation, I couldn't sit still for 2 minutes, but I kept showing up. Now I can sit in ice baths for 5 minutes while solving complex problems in my head. This isn't about torture, it's about training your mind to override immediate impulses. Second, reward long-term wins only. No treats unless you earn them. Set meaningful milestones and celebrate only when you hit them. Break the stimulus-response loop. I used to reward myself for everything. Started a workout plan, buy new shoes, wrote a business plan, go out drinking. I was celebrating before I'd accomplished anything real. Now I set concrete milestones. Hit 100 consecutive training days, then I get new gear. Close 10 clients, then I take that trip. The anticipation of the reward actually makes me push harder, and when I finally get it, it feels earned rather than empty. Third, track temptations. Know your weak points. What triggers your need for immediate gratification? Identify those patterns and create barriers between you and easy pleasure. I keep a temptation journal, and it changed my life. I noticed I always broke my diet on Wednesday nights when I was stressed about deadlines. I always skipped workouts when I slept less than 7 hours. I always wasted money when I was feeling down about my dating life. Just tracking these patterns allowed me to create solutions. Now I meal prep extra carefully for Wednesdays. I protect my sleep religiously. I lock my credit cards away when I'm in certain moods. Know your enemy, especially when that enemy is your own impulses. Fourth, use pain as fuel. Delay now, dominate later. Every time you choose discipline over indulgence, you're building power. Remember, temporary pain creates permanent power. There was a time when discipline felt like punishment. Now it feels like power. Every rep when my body is screaming to stop. Every hour of work when my friends are out partying. Every dollar invested when I could be spending. I've reframed the pain of discipline as the cost of greatness. I can help you because I've been there. I used to hate the feeling of delayed gratification. Now I crave it because I know what's on the other side of that discomfort. Freedom, strength, and respect, both from others and from myself. Every decision becomes a vote for who you're becoming. You either build a throne or live as a slave to your urges. 30 days, no porn, cold showers, daily training, intentional eating. You'll hate it, but that's the point. Build patience like muscle. Let me tell you about my first 30-day challenge. Day 3, I almost quit. My body was sore, I was irritable from the diet changes, and all I wanted was to fall back into my comfortable routines. When I'd made a public commitment, I told my closest friends what I was doing. Backing out would mean admitting I was weak. By day 7, the physical discomfort peaked, but something strange started happening around day 10. The discipline started feeling good. I was sleeping better, thinking clearer, standing taller. A boy spends what he has, a man invests what he earns. That guy who cut me off in traffic last week, old me would have raged for hours. New me just smiled, because I knew he was a slave to his impulses while I was becoming the master of mine. And that's the power of delayed gratification, complete emotional sovereignty. Every day you delay gratification, you sharpen your edge. But by week 2, something shifted. I started to crave the discipline. I started to enjoy the process. I began to see myself differently, not as someone constantly seeking the next hit of pleasure, but as someone building something meaningful. This challenge isn't just about the physical benefits, though those will come. It's about proving to yourself that you're not a slave to your urges, that you can choose pain now for power later, that you're capable of becoming a different kind of man. That's the transformation waiting for you, from seeking validation to creating value, from chasing feelings to following purpose. Boys react, men restrain. Boys grab what's easy, men build what lasts. Boys escape discomfort, men use it to level up. Look, this journey isn't gonna be easy. There'll be days when every fiber of your being screams for immediate gratification. I still have those days. The difference is, now I welcome them as opportunities to strengthen my resolve. If you can't delay pleasure today, you'll own tomorrow. And I can help you because I've been there. I'm not some born disciplined freak of nature. I was the kid who couldn't say no to anything. The young man who abandoned every project when it got hard. The guy who always chose the easy path. But bit by bit, choice by choice, day by day, I rewired myself. I built the habit of delayed gratification and it changed everything. My body, my bank account, my relationships, and most importantly, my relationship with myself. Kings are crowned in silence. Go earn your crown. Remember, I've walked this path. I've made all the mistakes. I've fallen for all the traps. The journey from boy to man is not easy, but nothing worth having ever is. Delayed gratification isn't just some dusty virtue. It's the superpower that separates those who lead from those who follow, those who build empires from those who just dream about them. Now, if this message hit you hard, smash that like button right now. And if you're ready to join a brotherhood of men who choose discipline over distraction, subscribe and hit that notification bell. I drop raw, unfiltered truth bombs every week that the comfortable masses don't want to hear. The choice is yours. Chase that quick hit or build a lasting legacy. What's it going to be?